So this is my review for The Long Walk. This was one of the movies I was really excited for, and I'm a big Stephen King fan when it comes to movies based on his books. I haven't read the books. I don't know how accurate it is. I have heard the ending of the book is different from the ending of the movie. That's one of the major changes is the ending between the book and the movie. Again, I haven't read the books. So I don't know how what changes what type of changes they made from the source material and how accurate it is to the book. As a movie, I think this movie is just fantastic. The whole cast do a great job. There's really no negatives I have with this movie or nitpicks that I had. Everybody gives a great performance. The story's compelling. Even though it's a movie where it's just characters walking and doing this long walk, you're so invested in the characters and then the relationship between the two main characters who become like brothers who become really good friends, and even like characters that you think are assholes at the beginning, you feel bad for those characters when they have to die. And it's a very bleak movie when it comes to the story and knowing that how this movie can end where only one of them can survive. So the story is very bleak in a way that's compelling. It really gets you mostly invested in the story and characters. And I love the world of this movie. Like even just the world, if they wanted to be like a Long Walk sequel where you just did a movie with just about the world they're in, when it comes to this dystopian type future they have in this movie where like there's a moment in the movie where one of the main characters his dad gets killed in the movie in a scene where Mark Hamill's character, the colonel, kills him, executes him about having these books and stuff like that from the world, and it just this dystopian world they have in this movie. I love the world. It was like one of those things where I would love to see a movie where you just explore the world in the Long Walk, because I think it's just really interesting. Like the little things we got about this world, I was like, I actually really wanted to explore this world even more because it's just very compelling, even the world. And you just feel for these characters, like I said, the main actor Cooper Hoffman, who plays Way. I love his character, and you feel invested in all his characters. But I would say him and David Johnston as Peter. I would say they're like the main two characters that you really follow through this long walk. And I just love how they become like brothers. And the way character, you just really feel for his character. Like you want him to get revenge for Mark Hamill's character executing his dad. And it has it has so many great emotional moments with his character. And David Johnson, who plays Pete, who becomes like a brother towards him, like his best friend. I love his character in this movie too. He was great in Alien Romulus. Like I loved him in Alien Romulus. He's become one of those actors that I just think he's great every time I see him in something. And I really love how his character is like this hopeful character where you when you find out about his backstory, he's been through so much hardship, yet he's so hopeful. And this movie has just some great lighthearted moments in there too, where it's a bleak story. It's mostly bleak, but you get some really great lighthearted moments with his character, so it's not completely bleak. And the friendship between him and Wade, you just really feel invested in their friendship and him always trying to and him helping Wade despite the fact that you know this is going to end tragically with only one person surviving. And like I said, there's like two characters that are like assholes part of this group, but you even feel sympathetic towards those two characters at the end of the movie. Like one of the characters you find is actually Mark Hamill's son, and you even feel bad for his character at the end of the movie. So it's just you get invested in these characters, you get to know them personally. A lot of these characters. Also, Mark Hamill, I think he's fantastic in this movie. He was in the movie Life of Chuck that came out this year, so I thought he was great in that. And he's great in this playing a bad guy. Like you really hate him in this movie, his character. Like you want Way to kill him to get his revenge for executing his dad. Like he plays such a character that you just hate, and you're just like, yeah, he's really great at playing a bad guy. Like he just does a great job with this bad guy. It's just like, yeah, you really hate him, and you want like at the end we have David Johnson's character Peter, where he has a chance to kill Mark Hamill's character, and spoiler, he does kill him at the end. When he does that, you're just like, I. When he does that, you're just like, yes, you wanted him to do that because Mark Hamill is just a bad person. His character in this movie, you're like, oh my god, you wanted him to kill his character. So Mark Hamill, I think, to me, he does a great job playing a villain in this. So I was like, I would love to see him more like bad guy type roles. So I think he's fantastic in this movie. And like I said, it's one of the movies that's so we get so emotionally attached with the story and characters, and just the dialogue is great in this too. Where I'm somebody that loves movies where you just have great dialogue too, where it's just like you just even when people are just talking, you're so invested in the scene because the dialogue is so great, because the acting is so great, and you just feel so emotionally attached to these characters, and these characters all have personality to them. So this is one of those movies I would definitely recommend to go check out. To me, it's one of the best movies based on a Stephen King book, and it's one of my favorite movies of the year. Like, I highly recommend go watch The Long Walk. To me, like I said, this is one of the best movies of the year. It's the movie that I loved. Until next time, movie fans.